Hello, guys, and welcome to the World Room Podcast. Welcome, my brother. Welcome, about yourself. Nice to see you again, man.
Looking so good at yourself.
Yeah, you look
as well.
smart. All right, guys. So please do well to like, subscribe, and share to all your friends and family because today's episode is going to be the part two of the topic that is mindset.
Yes.
So today we're gonna be talking about the other side of mindset, which is the spending mindset. That's what we're gonna be talking about.
Yes.
And so when it comes to spending mindset, like last episode we spoke about the money mindset, having a mentality and a mindset that gets you to start thinking like I want to make millions, I want to become a millionaire, and stop limiting yourself. And we spoke about environment and all of that, and you guys gave very beautiful.
And then look,
inputs.
we also talk about the philosophy of of money.
Yeah,
when it comes
exactly.
to mindset,
Exactly.
how we can, have that mindset that will help us to, earn money, and spend money the right way.
Oh yeah. Honestly. So it was a beautiful last episode, but this episode we're gonna be talking about the spending mindset, and that is the serious question that I know that every single person out there, the uncomfortable question that every single person out there asks themselves: Why do you spend before you save?
Exactly.
Why do you spend before you invest? Why do you spend before you do any other thing? Once that paycheck comes in, why do you always spend before doing any other thing? And so, just to digress on that fact, I would like to ask my fellow participants, what do you guys think about the term spending mindset? What's the definition of spending mindset?
I
Yeah,
think I will allow Emmanuel
go.
to talk about this.
No,
You wanna
Akemi, I'm
allow-
ready to go first.
Yeah, let's
Go
go first.
first.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
scared, so go first.
Well, no, I believe that spending mindset is I can't say it's the opposite of the money mindset, because both of them go hand in hand. Are you getting me now? Spending mindset is the philosophy behind your behavioral pattern when it comes to your spending.
Hmm.
What drives, you know, the need to spend? People have need. They
Yep.
also have what?
Wants.
Want.
Yeah.
So how and what constitute the need to spend?
To spend money.
Exactly. So that is what, to me, is the definition of spending.
Spending mindset. So basically, from your definition, spending mindset is what makes one like want to
Exactly,
spend
the
money,
name
especially
yeah.
before saving.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
what makes you what is that thing that pushes into your head that this is a priority for you to get before investing in your future?
Exactly.
So Iman,
Yeah.
do you have
Yeah.
any contributions to
I,
that?
I feel just like what you said, once you prioritize,
Yep.
your priority,
Hmm.
when you get your paycheck, the
Yeah.
first thing you want to throw your money into, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel that's what it means.
That actually does make sense. But talking about like a spending mindset in particular, because I know that in the last topic we were talking about how someone earning 40K goes on to be a millionaire,
Exactly.
and then someone earning 400K, which is very very crazy to think
Exactly.
about. Someone
Yeah.
earning
Can
400K
actually
goes on
broke.
to become broke in the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask, just kind of digressing off what exactly it is that we've spoken about. Do you have any particular experience that has ever happened to you that you can relate to this
Well,
situation?
thank you, Casey.
Yeah.
Well, I've been reading a particular book,
Hmm.
and this book is amazing. And if you notice, I've been talking about psychology. Right? So this
We have
book
it
is
right
titled
here.
Psychology of Money
Exactly.
by Morgan Housel.
Yeah.
This book is amazing. There's a particular reference he made in this book, which I love so much.
Yeah.
He said that when he was very young,
Hmm.
he was a valet in one hotel,
Hmm.
and in that hotel, there's this particular IT executive, like a CEO,
Yep.
who who was successful in his field. He had a patent, and he was living good life, right?
Wow.
And one thing you notice about this guy is that this guy has had a spending problem, because his spending mindset has been clouded by what he needs to buy, why he's buying that thing, and why he's spending. I mean, for what reason he's spending money. So this guy cannot quantify or cannot differentiate between the need to spend.
Yeah.
So he made illustrations about how he and his friend, spent money in that hotel. How they change thousands of dollars into gold coins, throwing them into the water.
Wow.
Just throwing cash around.
Yeah.
And in a few years, he learned that this guy got broke. So that shows you that someone that has already reached the pinnacle of success in their field can actually fall
Still,
very hard.
still lost boy.
They
But I
can lose
was.
all their money.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
this it boils down to the fact that they have a very bad spending.
I feel like in particular, especially for our users, if you've ever looked at your account and wondered, where did all my money go? Where did all my paycheck go? I feel like this episode is for you.
Exactly.
Now, talking on, that aspect, I feel like, we can dig deeper a little bit on the whole idea of spending mindset. Because from what I can tell, tell from what you're saying, that's just like a part of spending mindset. Because I do know that there are different types of spending mindsets.
Yes.
There are different examples of spending mindset. And that one, I think I can relate that situation to the one where, someone spends to impress others.
Yeah.
You spend to impress others. I do know there are other reasons why people spend. So what would you guys say are these other reasons why people actually spend? Like aside people that want to buy the latest iPhone or the latest gadget or the latest car, just to impress others, just to kind of like show that they're still out there. And I know that this was something that happened back in Nigeria. It was something that was very, very, very common. So what would you say are the other reasons?
I want to point out to like just one reason for now.
Okay. Yeah.
That one reason, I would say is like the family emergency fund, or they call it black tax.
Yeah, the black tax. Yes.
That one too is there.
Oh yeah.
You can't. It's not you can't refuse, but you'll be like, this I have to do this. They depend on me back home, and they are your family, right? You can't really say no. But I just feel sometimes you should also say no.
Say no, exactly.
Because if you keep like spending all your money, and then there's an emergency for you.
Yeah, like a personal.
Who will be responsible for that? Right? Like who will be there to
help you
out?
Cater to all of that.
Yeah,
that is
so
actually
yeah,
it's true.
So why trying to sort out other people's like bills as well? Also save money, like reserve money for emergency. Funds. Yeah.
That is a very, very good.
I think I would call that one an emotional spender.
Yeah.
I would think that
one of the different. I mean, one of the spending mindset that I have there.
Yeah.
Is, being an emotional.
But I mean, if you say he's an emotional spender, so what would you call someone who goes to spend when they're stressed? Like all this.
Yeah.
Like ladies that feel stressed when they feel stressed. They feel like I need to go shop.
They tell you, I need to go shop. I'm feeling
stressed. I'm feeling overwhelmed and everything. So
they stack up their cards and then.
So what would you classify that to under emotional spender?
You can also you can class that as under emotional stress. I mean, a spender, and also you can count that put that under shopping as a therapy.
Oh yeah.
And also as just in case. Also,
just in case. Those that say just in case.
Yeah, just in case. Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of like the most dangerous type of spending mindset. The just in case mindset, because you're trying to predict a future that might not come
exactly. So they do that a lot.
You're trying to predict something that you might not need in the future.
Yeah, women do that.
Like before you move to the next one, you mentioned that have we had like any personal experience?
Oh yeah.
No, I want you to talk. Do you have any personal experience?
Oh, you mean concerning the 40K to 40?
Like spending, have you had like personal experience whereby
me?
You spend recklessly,
I have had personal experience. I mean, I just kind of like mentioned one right before we started shooting. about the fact that I was supposed to pay a rent. I was supposed to pay rent. I had rent looming over my head.
Mm.
And then one day I decided to enter Shoppers and I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy something good for myself.
Okay.
Mm.
Instead of thinking about, oh, what I can use this money to do. And this was before I, got the
I
financial
think that would put him
knowledge I
under
had.
the just in case.
Just
spender.
exactly.
That would
Because
put him
I was
just in
like,
case.
I was like, oh yeah, and this is why I said it's the most dangerous
Yeah, it's
mindset
yeah,
because
it's the most-
I personally experienced it. I bought that perfume for a hefty price,
Wow.
and right now that perfume is still just sitting there, and I only use that perfume on occasions,
Just
like
imagine.
just rarely use the perfume
Wow.
because I've got others. So it's like, why did I buy that perfume? And it's the most expensive in my collection.
Wow.
Wow.
And it's like, why did I do that? I up to now, I still have absolutely no reason why I bought that, why I made that purchase. So yeah, I mean, there have been instances, and this is just like the most recent. I can think of many more. So yeah, I've had many experiences with
Okay,
it. Just
so
in
I will
case.
ask this question now.
Yeah.
Now that we know the different types of spending mindset,
Yeah.
like what are the implications of having this kind of mindset? What are the problems that they can bring?
I do feel that, especially for me,
Okay,
I
yeah.
do know that one of them is actually credit card debt.
Mm.
Which is
Yes.
which is exactly
Yes.
what I know I suffered. That was like my major financial issue for like my first year my first year,
Yeah.
in Canada.
I think I don't want to just throw numbers around.
Yeah.
I believe that like probably 80% of Canadians
Mm.
who are suffering from like credit card debts right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the debt that they've already amassed on their
Yep.
credit card can be traced to purchases that they've made that they do not even need.
Yeah. Unnecessary vacations, summer vacations. I'm not saying summer vacation is not good, but just want to go to vacations that's
Especially when you're not financially buoyant.
capable, right?
Yeah.
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 I
And-
dread vacations sometimes.
And you want to maybe go with friends that you don't know how much they earn. Like they probably even earn way more than you,
Exactly.
and they have backup, their parent backup,
Yeah,
or
decide to. I think that should fall under like buying to impress others.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So
yeah.
But yeah, credit card debts would be one of the best thing I would say, especially like personally, what actually would be like a consequence to that mindset, to having that spending mindset.
Mhm.
So I would say another one would be a lifestyle inflation.
Yes.
Like basically, trying to live up above your
Your
means.
means, yes.
Trying to live above your means, trying to live above what it is that you're not capable of doing. You're trying to maintain a certain lifestyle when you're not up to that standard yet.
Maybe just because the way you think people, they are perceiving you from outside.
Exactly.
You want to keep up to that standard, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And why
Yeah.
deep down,
Yeah.
this is like really hurting you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think
That's a good.
there's actually
Yeah.
one more that I have, and I feel like this one is something that it was like a cultural shift, like from Nigeria coming into this place. It would be the idea of being able to buy now and pay later.
Okay. For that, I think I have something to say about that.
Okay.
Buy now and then pay later.
Yep.
Or pay, gradually.
Yep.
It's good, but
It is.
you have to have, discipline. If you have discipline about that, about paying small, you buy a particular thing, then you pay small. You have to have discipline. But if you don't have discipline, I get me now,
Yep.
on how to manage, the hunger to explore the financing aspect, you're gonna be in trouble.
Exactly.
It's not like financing is bad in its own sense.
Yeah.
I get me now.
Yeah.
But what is bad about financing is the fact that it encourages you to want to be tempted to get more.
Oh,
and
yeah.
more. So
Okay,
there's hunger for getting more and more.
Yeah.
see,
So that's why I said that.
okay.
That's why I said that
Okay.
it is not bad per se. But the fact that if you don't know how to manage, it, then it's gonna put you in trouble.
Mark, you have something to say?
I would like to add to what you said, that there are some good financing, and there are some bad financing.
Yes.
There are some things, there are some financing that you don't really need.
Yes.
Yes. Or even it's not if you don't need it, but you can still find other means of getting something related to that.
Yes.
Yeah, like for example, just like the Canada, like this Canada we have, people just go on like buy expensive car finances,
Yeah.
right? And they attract you with pay small plan. You think this is cheap, right? This particular amount of money, when I calculate my paycheck, I can afford it. And let's say, for example, the total price of the car, let's say it's 30,000, right? And they give you this a plan that okay, over 7 years, pay little by little, this car is yours. But at the long run, when you calculate the amount of money you paid for, like you pay for 7 years,
It's going to
you are paying way like you are paying like 50,000,
Exactly.
and by that time the car the car has already lost value. It has dropped.
Yeah, I get where
I don't know.
from. I get where Emmanuel is coming from. What is why I said, see, that just like you said, financing. There are different type of financing.
Yeah.
There are bad financing and there are good financing.
Yeah.
There's financing that they give you low interest or no interest at all. You can if you are financially prudent, you can take those kind of financing, and then maybe you want to buy, like you buy a shoe. You want to buy a shoe now. You can see, you can tell you, you can pay this for 4 weeks. I get me now. You pay this for 4 weeks, and then that's a way to be able to help you budget yourself properly. Because there's some people that they will just go and use their credit card. So you see this shoe, you buy, you know your credit card is easier for you to use. You buy it, bam.
Yeah.
Then you see another one, it's be easier for you to use. But if you know that okay, you are getting a payment, $50, let's say you're getting like $25 payment. You'll be like, this $25 payment is not too good, but you're still gonna pay it. So it will hold you from making another purchase of another shoe. Because you know that you have already made a purchase of a shoe.
So
you get my point now.
Yes,
So
yes,
that's
I
the
get.
type of financing I'm talking about.
You
get my point.
so
That is to correct or to help you to manage. It's like a way to manage how you spend.
some
Yeah.
form.
It's like a way to
some
manage how
form
to
of
spend.
check.
So that I can say is one of the ways to control or to manage your spending mindset.
Yeah, and also sorry, just to correct what I mentioned earlier, is that I'm not saying financing is not good, but maybe probably do it when you're capable.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And you should know that there are good and bad financing.
Yes,
as well,
exactly. Yeah.
That is good. Honestly, these have been very helpful advices. We've spoken about the problems of spending mindset. Ultimately, what advice would you give to our viewers? As we close this episode, what advice would you give to our viewers, especially those suffering from these various spending mindsets that we have mentioned?
Yeah.
I mean, what advices would you give to our viewers?
Like I always say, take a breather.
That is your number one advice.
I always tell you, take a breather.
Yeah.
Analyze your need.
Yeah.
Analyze your want.
Yeah.
Make sure that you separate your need from your want. What are the most important life needs that are very important to you? Those are the needs that you need to purchase first or to pursue first. Then your want can be according to your financial capacity. So ask yourself, do I need this? Do I need to purchase this? What does this have to help me with? And then
can I afford
it? Will I dispose of this thing in 6 months? These are the things that questions you have to ask.
That gets rid of the just in case mindset.
And always use that financing style that
that is actually quite beautiful.
Talk about.
For me, I would say, don't let anybody pressure you.
Exactly.
Don't
fall for pressure.
Don't let online influencer pressure you, because at the long run they won't suffer it. You really want to bear it, right? So and be disciplined.
Exactly, because honestly, your income determines how much money that comes into your life. But where your spending habits determine what your spending habits determine,
it's how much wealth stays in your pocket.
Exactly, it's how much wealth stays in your pocket, because every dollar you spend is a vote
Yeah.
Yes.
to your future.
Exactly.
So thank you for listening, our viewers, and please do well to like, subscribe, and share to all your
Exactly.
friends. Exactly.
Right.
Don't
Because
go anywhere.
please, the Wealth Room podcast is where you need to be. If you
Yeah.
want to have that discipline, we have people with vast knowledge here to give you, and both, they have life advices and all of that that they're willing to share with you that would help you. It would help you find that motivation.
Exactly.
Thank you for listening, our viewers, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Wealth Room podcast.